Hello, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me and watching these videos. I am so excited about what we are doing here because we are driven by a great love for this country, a great love for this nation, a great love for Africa. That Africa must rise, that our young people in Africa must rise, that Kenya must stand firm, that we must stand firm against corruption, against things that make our country lag behind in development. And today we continue with our discussion and we're talking about national values. And these are values that must guide every public officer, from the president to the deputy president, to the county governors, to the Senate, to the National Assembly, the county legislatures. All of them must be guided by these national values and principles. And if they are not guided by these values, then we will live in a state of anarchy. We will live in a place where people do as they please, so long as their interests are taken care of. We are having a very bad famine going on. We're having doctors on strike, lecturers are on strike. Things are not right in the country today. And unless as we, the people of this great Republic of Kenya, decide to exercise the power that the Constitution has given unto us, the all sovereign power, to demand better services, to demand an end to pilfering of our economy and corruption, to demand that doctors be paid, to demand that lecturers be paid, to demand that things be done in the right way, we are going to lose a lot. And I'm so happy that I can share this with you. And today we are talking about a very important principle as part of our national values and principles under Article 10 of our Constitution. It is the principle of sharing and devolution of power. And if you can remember so well, I know for those of you who are young, you are not able, you found the multi-party, the fight for multi-party in Kenya had already taken place. You were born recently, you've come into this country and you're just realizing things are happening. Kenya has come a long way. For the last 50 years, we've had governments in place that were so repressive. We've had people holding public office for selfish gain. We've had wanton corruption taking place. We've had lands being grabbed, forests being destroyed because people are keen to amass as much wealth as they can be. And power was so centralized in one place, in Nairobi, in the office of the president. The president had all the powers to do as he pleased, and he was above the law. He could appoint judges, he could fire judges, he could decide what kind of development goes to what region and what kind of development goes to what region. And you find that those people, those regions that were deemed to be anti-government, their places lag behind in development. And Kenyans went on the street. We remember Reverend Joya being battered on the street. We remember people, men and women, who went in the trenches of democracy and human rights and demanded that we must have a state that respects its people, a state that is founded on the rule of law, democracy, and the participation of the people. And that is why Kenyans demanded that power must be devolved. And that is why we have county governments in place, 47 county governments in place that are bringing resources near to the people, that are ensuring that people in that county have a say in the way their county is managed. And I can tell you, devolution and sharing of power is one of the things that we must hold dear. Devolution has brought about so many changes. Yes, there's a lot of corruption going on down there. Yes, there are men and women who are running for public office, not because they love to serve the people, but because they want to benefit, they want to enjoy those salaries, they want to enjoy those allowances. And it is up to us, the people of this republic, If you reside in a county, take your county government to task. Begin to organize. Begin to bring people together and discuss issues about your county. If my county was given 4 billion shillings in the last financial year, how has that money been utilized? What are we having medicine and medical supplies in our hospitals? Are we having roads being built? Or are we having people plundering the few resources we have for their own selfish gain? So we must protect devolution. We must stand up against corrupt governors. We must stand up against corrupt MCAs. We must stand up against people who are driven by selfish interests, but not the greater good of your county and of this great republic. Another principle that is attached to devolution and sharing of power is the rule of law. A country that is not ruled by law, it is chaotic, it is totalitarian, it is a dictatorship. In a rule of law democracy, it is a place where everybody abides by the same rules. The government or the government obeys the law, the constitution, and every other laws that are passed by the people through a referendum or even a national parliament, a national assembly, and the Senate, and what have you. Now, rule of law demands that everything that is done, it is by the laws of the land. The constitution is a supreme law of the land. Everybody must abide by the constitution. We cannot have a rogue parliament, a parliament that can be bought by money to pass laws that are so oppressive. We cannot have a rogue judiciary, a judiciary whereby justice is bought. We cannot have a rogue executive, where the executive can do whatever they please because they have the instruments of power. The three arms of government, the legislature, the executive, and parliament, are guided by the same principles. They are guided by the same law. They obey the same law. We cannot have people looting public money and going to run for public office so that they can protect their ill-gotten wealth. We cannot have people who are so hell-bent to live by their own set of rules while the majority of the public live by another set of rules. The rule of law must be entrenched in every organ of the state, from the police to the defense forces to the public service to the county governments. Everywhere the law must be upheld. The judges must uphold the law, the president must abide by the law, the parliament must abide by the law, and we, the citizens of this republic, must abide by the law. So it's my urge to you, kindly interrogate our leaders. Are they willing to abide by these rules that we declared on the 4th of August in 2010 and promulgated them on 27th of August of the same year? Are they willing to ensure that public interest will override any other interest? Are they willing to ensure that the war on corruption is won, that nobody with ill-gotten wealth can enter into a public office, can be elected into office? We must begin to organize, and that is why I welcome you to my leadership forum. I'm starting the I Love Africa Leadership Forum, hosted by myself, where we will be discussing issues. We want to look at our leaders. If you're interested, hit my Facebook page, drop a contact. I will contact you. You'll come and we'll sit down in a forum of young people, vibrant young leaders, and we're going to begin to discuss these issues. And at the end of the day, we'll be helping our country move forward, because we love this country so much, and we cannot let a few individuals take us back where we are coming from. Poverty must be a bygone. We must have a good education system. Our economy must be sound. We must inculcate integrity in everything that we do. So I welcome you so much. This page is sponsored by the Records Leadership Center. We do training programs. We train young leaders. If you're a young leader, you want to be trained on how you can do your things, hit our Facebook page. Contact us in our office in Nairobi. We will be able to help you become that vibrant leader that can make a difference in your community. Thank you so much, and God bless you. God bless Kenya.